Hello, BDR community. I'm Ina Thorne here with Paul Gillian. And today's the day we're giving away the BDR Special Edition Cross-Continent Ducati DesertX. And we are right now in the shop, which is a really cool service shop, storage shop in Seattle. You can see there's a lot of exotic cars and bikes behind us, so it's a perfect venue for us to hold our drawing for the winner of this bike here today.
Yep. And I just want to say that this is the most important fundraiser we do all year long. So everybody that bought a ticket, if you shared a link, if you tapped your buddy on the shoulder and said, hey, you should enter to win this bike, it's a sweet deal, thank you. We really appreciate it. It is so important to the BDR. It helps us carry out our mission of creating new routes, looking after all the existing routes, fighting the land use battles on the ground, and generally just preserving access for adventure motorcycles. So we couldn't do it without you. And also big thanks to all of our industry partners, companies that have donated parts and accessories and gear and camping gear to make this bike so unique and such a special prize. So I just want to thank everybody for that, and also thanks for the shop for hosting us. So Ina, what are we going to do?
Yeah, well, let's talk about some of the exciting features of this bike. I think this is one of the most beautiful bikes that we have created. We've had five sweepstakes in the last 5 years.
And I think each one just gets better than the previous one, better upgrades, more participation from the industry. This is definitely, dollar value wise, this is the most expensive prize package that we've ever offered.
Yeah. And of course the creation of the routes would not be possible without this fundraiser, and specifically the upcoming Northern California route that we will be releasing shortly here in about a month. On February 17th is the release of the Northern California route. And this bike is special because it kind of commemorates the release of the Northern California BDR that will connect BDRs all the way from Mexico to the Canadian border. So starting this year, our community can ride the, Oregon, Northern, Southern California.
And Washington, the original.
Yeah.
From way back.
So that's hence the cross-continent special edition. Beautiful design of the logo, of course, done by Tim James and James Howard, our creative agency. Well, let's talk about this paint job.
Yeah, this is the first time that we've ever done a complete paint job on all the panels. So we removed all of the panels, had them painted at a professional body shop. In the past, we've done wraps on it, which looks good, but after some water crossings and some dusty trail in a few years, they can get a little ratty. So we spent the extra money, went the extra mile to get this custom painted in this flat black, which looks really good. This was the brainchild of Tim James, of course, the graphics. And we also did custom seats on this, which are done in leather, this really cool, unique looking leather. And who are these donated by?
Rich's Custom Seats.
By Rich's Custom
in
Seats.
Seattle, Washington.
In Seattle.
And then we actually sent the leather swatch to Eric Hogan from Wolfman Threadworks, and he created this one-of-a-kind tank bag.
And that's from Wolfman. So Eric from Wolfman, longtime supporter of the BDR, friend of the family. He actually joined us on the filming trip in Nevada, so we got to ride with him on a BDR. But yeah, thank you, Eric, for the very generous donation, and it helps sort of round out the overall look of the bike. What else do we have?
Well, I would say if you're planning to take this bike further than just to your local Starbucks, protection is key. So we have a generous donation of a protection package from Outback Motortech. We have the crash bars,
upper and lower crash bars,
skid plate,
headlight guard,
and then luggage racks.
Yep, and if you ride like Ina or Paul, you use those crash bars and skid plates when you're out riding BDR. It's just one of those things that happens out there, and it is really important because it protects the bodywork on the bike, but also protects the radiators and some of the critical systems. And the skid plate, of course, protects the exhaust and some of the sensitive parts of the motor. So it is a must-have and a great upgrade, and one of the reasons that this bike is fully ready for BDR. What else do we have on this bike?
We've got the Defensa hand guards, which I put on all of my bikes.
Me too, and they always get used. These are really strong. They're made out of a forged aluminum. It's got a texture to it that makes it sort of fit the modern aesthetics of an adventure motorcycle these days. From a function standpoint, they protect your levers. They also protect your hands from flying debris, and they just keep you more comfortable in those cold mornings. It keeps that cold air, or if you're riding like we were in Northern California in some really cold precipitation, helps keep those stinging raindrops off of your fingers. So it's really good for a lot of reasons.
Yeah, I mean, I think also one of the highlights of this bike is, of course, the TourTech suspension. Paul, tell us why. What's so cool about it?
Yeah, I like to say, it doesn't make you a better rider, but it'll make you ride much better. So it really boosts your confidence. It'll improve your traction. It makes the bike more predictable, especially on a fully loaded adventure bike. There's a lot of weight moving around, and it really just controls all that. So the front end here, we've done a complete fork replacement. This is a closed cartridge system, so it's got really fine-tuned damping. It's got both compression and rebound damping adjustments, so you can really dial in the ride. And it's matched with TourTech's most premium shock. This is the Extreme shock, so it's got a remote reservoir, so it's got a lot more fluid that helps keep it cool when it's doing all of that work in the field. It's got adjustable compression damping, rebound damping, and the cool thing about it is it's got a hydraulic preload adjustment knob, so as you add a passenger or you add your luggage for riding BDR, any bike will sort of squat down, and by having that adjustment you can crank the knob and bring the bike back up to level so that it handles well. So this is the best suspension upgrade that money can buy for this bike. One of our board members, Bill Whitaker, he's got this suspension on this bike and he raves about it. So I think we did well. You can't do better there. I'm just going to jump to the steering damper real quick so we don't forget it. This is a Scott's steering damper, and if you've ever ridden off-road dirt bikes, it really transforms the way the bike rides. It allows you to carry a straight line when you're in bouncy, rugged terrain, embedded rocks and things like that. So having the suspension upgrade with the steering damper upgrade, it really makes this bike handle like a dream, and it just smooths out the bumps.
Yeah, and it's using the Mueller Motorsports cradle, and that package has been donated by our friends at Upshift online magazine.
All right, guys.
I know everybody's excited for us to draw the winner, so let's just quickly go through what else do we have here. We've got the Zego Pro panniers.
Yep, aluminum luggage, waterproof, dustproof. You can pull them off and sit on them around the campfire, put your cook stove on one. They're a great utility and just super rugged.
Okay, auxiliary lights from Cyclops.
Yep, it's helps you be seen. It helps cars not pull out in front of you. They can see you. Also, if you get stuck riding at night on a BDR, which sometimes happens, helps light up the road.
All right, Moto's knobby tires, which are recommended for all your BDR rides.
Yeah, it's what I used on the last BDR in Northern California, and they're super fantastic. You don't want full knobs on a BDR for sand, mud, and these are great.
We also have the HP Course 1.
Is that the exhaust?
Yeah, that's the exhaust donated by Triple Clamp. And we have foot pegs by Black Dog.
Yep, oversized billet aluminum foot pegs from Black Dog, thanks.
And then I think that's all. Double take mirrors. And then the things that you're not seeing here, we have a full riding package from KLIM Technical Gear. You have your suit, boots, helmet, gloves, everything you need to feel comfortable riding. There's also a Motocamp Nerd camping package worth, I think, $1,600. Again,
tent,
everything.
Sleeping bag, roll pad, pillow, the whole 9 yards.
Need to camp off your bike. And of course, don't leave on the BDR without a Cruise Tools toolkit.
It comes out
for your bike.
every day on every filming trip I've ever been on for flat tires, fixing things that rattle loose or get bent or broken. Did we talk about the GPS yet? I don't think we did. This has got the Zumo XT2 GPS. This is the current top-of-the-line GPS unit. It's got a really large screen, super visible in the bright sunlight, and it comes with a TourTech locking mount. That helps keep it on the bike when you're on bouncy terrain. These things sometimes can let go from the plastic cradle, not with the TourTech locking mount. Also, you can lock it when you go into a grocery store or a restaurant and don't have to worry about that thing walking away.
Okay, well, the control room is rushing us to push that red button to see who wins this ultimate prize.
Let's see who is going to win this bike. I'm going to get out my phone. Hopefully we can give them a phone call and give them the good news in person while we're all on the air here.
Yeah.
So this is a random number generator. This is a closed system. So we just press the button and it does its thing and it'll produce the winner, which is somebody who entered the sweepstakes.
Okay, well, good luck, community. Again, thank you so much for all your support. And I'm going to press this button and see who wins this prize.
Okay, the button is pressed. Ooh.
Greg Strake. Greg Strake. And let me see if we can...
Yeah, last name is Streich. So Greg Strake, you are the winner of the 2024 BDR Sweepstakes bike, the Ducati DesertX. We're going to see if we can find the phone number to contact Greg. Congratulations. That is super exciting.
Okay, so here he is.
Okay, we've got Greg's number. Let me pull up the phone number.
So Greg is from Lititz, Pennsylvania. Congratulations, Greg.
Do I have that right?
7176.
I'd hate to call the wrong person and give them the wrong news.
Good.
Okay, here we go. I'm going to put Greg on speakerphone. Hey, Greg, this is Paul and Ina from Backcountry Discovery Routes. Are we catching you at a bad time?
No, I've been watching on YouTube.
Oh, you're watching the live stream. Okay. So you already know the good news then. You are the winner of the Ducati DesertX Cross Continent Edition sweepstakes bike.
That is awesome. That's just awesome.
That is so cool. Congratulations. So tell us, have you ridden BDRs before?
I have not, but I'm into dirt biking. Me and a cousin were looking to we're in Pennsylvania, so we want to do the loop. Right now, my BDR bike, I haven't done it yet, but I have a 1980 R65 BMW that I put knobbies on, and I was thinking I might try parts of it with that.
Yeah.
But I keep thinking, I've been shopping around thinking about getting a different bike, but now I don't need to. This is awesome.
Problem solved. Well, I got to say, that's a cool bike to do a BDR on, but holy smokes, this is going to be no comparison with the latest and greatest technology, and with the exhaust on this thing just sounds incredible. Well, that's really cool. I'm glad to hear that we caught someone who was in need of a new BDR bike, and you entered to win. Yeah, thank you so much for entering the contest. It's super exciting. Yeah, we've got a bunch of BDRs right in your backyard now with the Mid-Atlantic right there. We've got the Northeast. We've got the PA Wilds, and you may not know this yet, but we're working on one in the Southeast. So when you get all that done, we'll have something for you to do in a different time of the year when it gets hot and muggy where you are, you can go south. Or maybe it's the other, when it's starting to get cold there, you can head south.
We head south.
More warmer.
Yep, exactly. That's awesome.
Well, congratulations again. Thank you for supporting BDR. We could not do it without the community of riders like you. So I appreciate all the support. And we'll be in contact with you and give you all the details on collecting this bike.
Yeah, and thank you so much for answering when we called. It just makes it so much more fun and exciting when we can talk to the winner real time on the broadcast.
Absolutely. I'm glad I could be here for you guys. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Greg.
Yeah.
We'll be in touch.
All right. Thank you, sir. Congratulations.
All right, take care.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yep. Oh, man. That is so fun. I just love it when we get to give them the good news and they answer the phone, and it seems like it's going to a really good home, someone who really needs the bike, wants the bike, and is getting into BDRs. And that's such a big part of what we do, is inspiring people to get into this form of recreation that we just love so much. So it feels like the BDR had an impact on this guy, and now it's going to have an even bigger impact on him.
Yeah. Well, let's close this broadcast again. Thank
Let's wrap it
you
up.
to our community of riders, supporters, industry partners. We have some exciting routes that will be released this year. We talked about the Northern California BDR. May I also dare to say that the Big Bend, Texas is coming this year.
Yep.
In addition to a plethora of routes in development, including the Southeast and the BDRX in Georgia,
Yep.
among many routes that are currently in development.
Yep.
So
There's a lot of great stuff in the pipeline, and NorCal is going to be incredible. Ina and I had a ball on that one, and I just want to thank everybody who bought a ticket or participated or in any way supported the BDR this year. I'm sorry that you didn't win this year, except for Greg, but there's always next year. I have a suspicion we'll do this again, and you'll have another shot at winning some unbelievable dream bike. So thank you from everyone at BDR. We'll see you soon.
thank you.